In October 2023, we hit the trail for an adventure on the Magruder Corridor. The route, which has much longer been known as the Southern Nez Perce Trail, traverses a remote area of Idaho between the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness and the Selway Bitterroot Wilderness. The Magruder Corridor is a narrow motorized route in what is otherwise the most vast wilderness in the lower 48 states. Look carefully, you might be able to see the little ribbon of road that we're going to be following down in the draw and over the other side through that little notch. Okay, we're rolling.
We are. Good morning. A little bit cold last night, just have to say, just a little.
All right, we're day 2 on the trail and
Magruder Corridor.
Yeah. We stayed at Poet Creek campground last night. We're the only ones actually in the campgrounds. There's a couple hunters bouncing around, but anyway, free campground, just kind of a little semi-improved campground, but made for a nice fire, and we celebrated 100 nights out under the stars and staying in the camper this year. So we're looking forward to getting up on the ridge where there's a little bit more sun. So Poet Creek might be nice in the summer.
Oh, it's pretty. There's a creek and everything. But yeah.
The late October chills settle into this campground for sure. But anyway, we're ready to hit the road, and we're going to see what we can find out on the Magruder. All right, made the climb out of Poet Creek. It's another beautiful day in the Bitterroots. Okay, here's where we were yesterday. Taking the video, shooting this way. The road goes along that ridge and breaks down into Poet Creek. We decided against the drive up to Bald Mountain Lookout. The road is
sort of
sketchy.
It was sketchy. That's a good word.
Between the washouts and the rocks, and it only being a mile, thought we'd get out and stretch our legs. So anyway, yeah, we just paused by a rock. Looked like somebody took the top off of, and yeah, it's a nice looking trail. A little worse for wear. All right, if you're out on the Magruder and thinking about driving up to Burnt Knob Lookout, might want to think again. Unless you're in a Jeep with big tires, and this road might be kind of fun. But just so you know, there's a bunch of these things all the way littered up the road, and yeah, potential for any of them to get high centered on. Otherwise, looks like a fun road. All right, Look at this burnt knob lookout. We're not quite there yet, but how's that for a little spot with a view?
Ooh, and there's
Pretty
a lake.
amazing.
2 lakes.
Got a cluster of lakes down below, and peaks of the bitter roots out in the distance. Definitely worth coming up here. One other thing to consider if you drive up here is I would suggest having a chainsaw on hand. Lots of dead trees, and one of them could stop you in your path, and then guess what? You get to back up. There's no turnarounds till at least 3/4 of the way up here. But definitely worth the hike. There's the trail way out in the distance, or the road. How'd you like to be perched on that rock all day, all summer long? Okay, we made it to Observation Point. Sounded like a great spot to maybe spend the night after the night in the creek bottom last night. Why not try a ridge top tonight? So here's the view. This is looking out to the east towards Montana. Great view of the Bitterroots. So I think we found camp. Okay, we got our firewood cut, or chopped, I guess. It was already cut, except for a few pieces we picked up along the trail. The fire going. Sun is going down. It's only 4:45, but time for a fire. And we're settling into camp number 101.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we found a nice ridgetop campsite.
Observation Point, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yep. So we're up above the Selway. We're going to drop down to the Selway tomorrow. But yeah, we were reviewing our 100 nights list last night in the notebook.
100 nights in the 4-wheel camper. That's what that.
Since 2023, and actually since just March of 2023, since we didn't go before that. But that covers 22 states. We've been through 26 this year, but 4 of them we didn't camp in.
No, we just drove right through.
I remembered North Dakota, Delaware, Utah, and there's one more.
Yeah.
Probably Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, been a good ride so far this year, but this McGruder is kind of the icing on top of the cake before the snow is going to fall. Looking at the forecast, starting Monday, Tuesday, so we're just getting this in time. Get a chance to get out here in October. Stunning. We haven't passed another person on the road. We've seen some people parked off the side of the road, but so far we're about halfway through the corridor.
Yeah.
And very few people out here, so thumbs up.
Yeah, for sure, thumbs up.
All right, well, we're going to hope for a little bit earlier morning with the sun hitting us on the ridge, and we'll be out on the trail again tomorrow. See you there.
Morning. Day 3 on the Magruder Corridor.
Yeah, we're sort of near 3 miles or so away from how this corridor got its name, when Lloyd McGruder was had hired some people to guide him back towards Lewiston, and they murdered him, and they were subsequently the first people to stand trial and be hung in the territory of Idaho.
Bad people.
But despite its somewhat dark history, we are loving this trail.
Mm-hmm.
It also is, the history goes back way before then, of course. The southern route for the Nez Perce between Idaho and Montana was this route as well. So, yeah, pretty awesome.
It's beautiful out here, honestly.
We have another blue sky day. The mountains are out. A little haze from the prescribed fire yesterday, but mountains are still looking nice.
Awfully great.
Yeah, we're out a little earlier today because it was 20 degrees warmer on the ridge top.
Very thankful for that.
Little, you can move a little quicker when it's 50 versus 30. So, yeah, we're headed down towards the Selway, and I guess we'll see you on the trail. Way off in the distance, that's where we stayed 2 nights ago, at Observation Point and Salmon Mountain. Just to give you a little perspective on the size of the country. All right, day 4 on the Magruder Corridor.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to Montana. If you can see the sign behind us, I don't know, but yeah, Nez Perce Pass. And
I'm actually in Idaho and he's in Montana.
Yeah, we're planning to meet up later today. But yeah, surprisingly, the last few miles of this coming out of Idaho are paved. I was very surprised. So,
well, pavement with weeds growing through it. So
right, yeah.
It's not in good condition, but it's
lots
fine.
of knapweed coming up through the pavement, but it's paved. Anyhow, we spent the night, last night we took a side trip down to Paradise, eventually landed in a spot along the Selway River. And we're gonna finish off this corridor basically today, but we're camping one more night before we head on home. So we've got one more day of blue skies before the snowstorm comes later this week, I guess, at least for this country. So yeah, we're feeling pretty lucky to be out here.
I love it. It's beautiful, but like if you come around this time of year on October, there's a lot of hunters taking up the space in the campgrounds, really. So plan for dispersed sites.
Yep. All right, well, we'll finish off this road, see see a few more sites, and we'll see you on the next one. So thanks for following along, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. See you on the trail. Tree.
Yeah, but you have to kick down poop piles?
Yeah, spread
Who's
it out.
gonna do that?
It's like manure.
Oh boy.